Hello. Hello. You can't. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I've done it again. Oh, no. Oh. I'm such a buffoon. 1 second. 1 second. Dip-a-dip-a-doo. You can hear my creaky chair and you can see me doing the silly dance, but you missed the song. You missed the song. Mel thought I was doing an impression of her here. Hello, Havoc Head. Thank you for the follow. The silent dancing. I think for Havoc Head, we need to explain to Havoc Head exactly what was going on. Hang on. Where do I need to go? I need to go to Streamlabs. Well, that's where it is now. Oh, no. Havoc Head. Honestly, you do need that later dashboard. You do need to understand what I was dancing to because it was awesome. Not that button, DJ. What are we after? Test a raid. I just love this tune. See, worth it. Well, hello, Hawk, hello. I wonder what you were streaming. How are we doing, folks? How are we doing? Who's come over? Havoc Head has joined us. Thank you for joining us, Havoc Head. Welcome. My name is DJ. Pronouns are he, him. There's a lot of information down there. We often play point-and-click adventure games and other sort of narrative-based games. And there are sometimes cats. Hawk's here, Mel's here, Kira's here, Ray's here. Hello. Talking of cats, hey. Hang on. Let's just, Orky. Oh, he's licking his ass. Of course, he's just ignoring me and licking his ass. Hi. Say hello to the cameras. I've got a special camera for you and you don't even look at it. Hi. Yes. Look at that little baby. Why don't you sit here? Why don't you sit here? No. Worst media training. Hi. Yes, you're a baby. You're a little baby. You're a little pest. Your adoring fans are waiting for you, Orko. And you're just sitting there, doing sod all. He is gorgeous. Hello, Jess. How you doing? Right. He's feeling. What was the other Orko's problems? I forget. What? Yes. Yeah. What was it that Orko had in the Sims? Obviously. Right. He knows. He does. He knows it's stream time, and he's like, I'm just gonna come around and pester Daddy while there's a stream because maybe someone will cash in Dreamy Streamies, and maybe I'll get treats. Yes, hello. Oh, let's go back to Cat Cam because look at him. Just sitting there. Orky, what are you doing? No? It's just like sitting here, wait and see. Hello, yes, on my fingers. Orko came to our staff once with gilded guts disorder. Have you got gilded guts, Orko? He's got fucking guts. There we go. Timbo's cashed in. Timbo loves you, Orko. Alright, here we go. I'll probably actually need to go on this cam. Look at him. Just look. Do you see? Do you see the way Let's see if we can get Snarf in here as well. Snarf, Snarf! Snarf! Snarf, Snarf! Look at him. He's ridiculous. You're ridiculous, aren't you? Snarf! Oh, you Snarf. You Snarf. Hi, Snarf. Hi. Snarf is so... Look at this twat. Yes, hello, hello. You're not going to get treats. I can't get my hand in the bag, can I? Right. One of you go in that. Snarf. Little thing. You won't go in there. Oh. Snarf. Oh. Don't put your dreamies on a laptop that's going to fall over. Snarf! Snarf! Snarf, what's the mess on the floor? Yeah, there's loads on the floor, Snarf. It is chaos. It is chaos, but... There's loads on the floor there, Snarf. Note, Orco's had his fill and fucked off. Whereas Snarf is just like, oh, what's going on? Chaos. There's like a whole massive one to your right, Snarf. You're totally missing it. But look at that ginger lad. Look at him. You find them all? Did you get them all? Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Sniff, sniff. I'm gonna go sniff around. Are there any more? Are there any more? Oh, apparently more by my feet. You're right. There he goes. No more. Off they go. Off they go. Don't even want to stick around and say hi. Utter pricks. And the thing is, they probably would let you cuddle them, Ray. I cuddle them, they're like... They will probably like jump up and demand cuddles from you because you're just like someone cool and new. No, not daddy. Don't cuddle daddy. Yeah. Right. Should we play a video game, folks? Shall we play a video game? I think we're meant to be here to play video games. Different humans. That's right now. Let's press the any button. Let's knock them tunes off. Let's get ready. We're going to push through and finish this. We're going to get to the end. We're going to find out who our daddy is. We're going to find out the real reason that their mom went loopy. Probably Tessa's fault. I mean, at the moment, everything's... Tell me why I've never been fed, human. But yeah, everything here, I reckon, is Tessa's fault. But yeah, we left it yesterday on like just a lovely sweet mini fishing game that turned into a snog. Because why not? And now I think we are going to be searching the garage to find the secret loft. Maybe we'll find the body of our father. Who knows? Our father, who wrought in love space. Hallowed be.
That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah, we got our deadbeat dad to thank for that.
So obviously the ladder's gone, but what about that handle? Is it still here somewhere?
Find the handle. All right. Oh, thoughts I had after the other week.
Take another look at the picture? It might help.
Yeah, as we were thinking about who are all the blokes we've met who could potentially be fathers, what about the gun nut? Huh? What about the weirdo fucking gun nut? What if it's him? After all, the mad hunter and all that. Alright, what do we got? Right, just literally... it's in between those panels, right? That's looking.
Man, this place is a mess. I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me.
Something red, huh?
Just a regular old light switch.
Yeah, I bet it's not.
Nothing here. The handle should be behind this.
Ah, there we go.
Ah, there it is.
Because you build a secret loft and put...
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Oh.
Yo. Come on, let's find a way to climb.
Well, that's way too high to jump. You want to give me a leg up?
I'm so not touching your nasty shoes. We'll find a ladder.
Alright, looking for a ladder. Oh, look, there's one. Okay. I mean, we knew Mom was weird, but what in the hell? Have you watched Hereditary yet, Kira?
Can you see anything?
Nope. Nada.
She did a noise.
Here, found a switch.
Yikes. It is quite an unpleasant film.
Holy shit.
I'll have to watch it again.
Well, that shaved a few years off my life. Whoa.
It's
Her story.
Look, she left us something.
Hard follow, hard stay awake through.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Here we go again.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
And this is an amazing, like, wonderful little place. Which...
It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
Or maybe we just need to solve the puzzles in order. We're not done with the other one yet.
Okay, we've just got loads of puzzles, huh?
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know. We'll get to those later. Let's finish this one, okay?
Right, well, let's have a look
Do
at this
you
first.
have any idea what the code might be?
No. So we should probably see if Mary Ann hid anything before we go trying to guess.
Alright, but those... those are the sort of symbols we're looking for, huh?
Yes, king goes in the forest, obviously.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
There you go, stalwart moose.
Oh,
Back in your pond, big frog.
all the little things we collected.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back.
Get seats, but we didn't get everything. Did we get all the collectibles?
Why don't we solve this one first?
Which one first? Where are you? Okay. Let's have a look.
Recognize this?
Yeah, it's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
All right. So is it this story? Oh no, the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
Here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Marianne, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
All right, first we're going to have a little read. We're going to have a little read of the story of the goblins trick the Mad Hunter. Once upon a time in a castle just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt the wise princess, and if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both his hands, he would never be able to hunt again, would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a mad man. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess, said the goblins, so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the line and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed through the day and into the night. They led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be so kind. So they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake, and when he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water, careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water down below, where ice covered the lake surface. Finally he caught her, but when he spun her towards him, he realized she had no head and that her body was stuffed with straw. Then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she had lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter, and then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friend," she said, "for rescuing me, and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter. Well, there's the story. There's the mural. Watch out for those moon things there. But it's mostly about, we have the Mad Hunter over the trees. We have the goblins throwing the Straw Princess into the lake. Okay.
Okay, spot the differences.
Right. Well, number one, I don't think the castle's there, right?
Moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons.
And that's
The
different.
princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. She ran away. Just like the princess is here.
And the other big difference is there's no Straw Princess.
The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories, or after.
Yeah, at some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
Alright, let's have a look what else we got. We got the moon and the stars around the Mad Hunter's head seem about right. That tree looks a lot different.
No goblins.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
that's
the
lack of
original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version?
And what else? Those things are there. Yeah, look, the Mad Hunter's only got one hand. Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless. Well, that's a different opening, right?
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
Ah,
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
here we go. The Gold Lady?
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her.
Championship Ballet?
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
My birdie Polly, I'll miss you forever.
The Gold Lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Oh, because transformed in DJ. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Yeah, we raided on in. Raid. I'm late for the raid. Wow. We're getting some backstory on Mom here. And looks like Mom, I'm gonna guess out here that Mom had a pushy helicopter parent ballet mom. What are we? That's what I'm getting here. We'll read a few letters in a second. Magic and mystery, the nerd's mutation. Right.
An artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
Environment over economy. Alright, let's read these letters then.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. But it looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Okay, fall of 84 at UC Berkeley. Marianne Ronan, student ID, phone number, address. Original major engineering, new major visual art. So, Mom pushed her into ballet. Engineering, hippie environmentalist, fair enough. Arty environmentalist. So the ballet would sit with the artiness. The engineering's a bit weird. Let's see what this letter is. Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realised I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things would have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here but I'm gone. Brent.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic?
Okay.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Okay, but we've got a shape. We've got a kind of like O type shape now. Where? All right, here we go.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a
Wow.
figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. Okay, so
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well,
Yeah.
some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
well, there's ballet, so I assume that one's kind of real. Is top right the house they're in now? Yeah, it could be. I think everything is going to relate back to. Everything's going to relate back to the thing. So this is actually the bird, because this look, there's the horse,
Is the
there's the
gold lady
bird.
setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them free.
So Grandma got rid of the bird. Grandma forced her into ballet. Okay, so we've got, I think, what looks like law, finance, medicine, so presumably engineering's this last one.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
And then down here, we've got the arty one.
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's opening.
Yeah. So, Grandma got rid of her pets, forced her to do ballet, forced her to do engineering, which isn't. Seems, I don't know. That seems really weird to like force your kid into ballet so much that they win awards and what have you. And then when they hit university, it's like, no, you can do engineering now. Maybe there's something that stopped a ballet career.
What's in there this time?
Let's have a look, see. What have we got? Is that this cabin? That's this cabin, I think, right?
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
Hippie
So
commune.
weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Mary Ann when the whole town was turning on us?
From the good people, Salmonbury Park, Kodiak Island, June 92. Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head to which you're blind. Smiley face, Shelley. We miss you already, Sol and Bronwyn. Sorry we're losing you to modern civilization. We'll miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also your wild edibles picking skills. Haha. Pretty Marcus. Bon voyage, Marianne. Rick. Marianne, you have the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings, Jarita. Thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed, Cabo and Wati. I like your pictures. Love, Kamala. She was like well popular in this hippie commune, huh?
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
T stands for time clock repair. That's a pay slip. Here's my Delos Crossing pal's number. I'll let him know you're interested in the house he's selling. Tammy.
Oh, so that's how she found the house. Oh, so that's how she found the house.
You're not going to say anything else. And here we go. Here's a big-ass letter.
Her father.
Ooh, Grandpa. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We've just had a funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adie brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Lacona. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska, or wherever you are, that you and your child are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up, spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Thanks for jotting down the number there, Kira. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad. And this is from 96. The Hungry Stomach of the Concerned Troll. That's from 96, and I think, what was it,
What
92?
the hell? Mary Ann was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us. Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
I was just going to check those
Do you
dates.
think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter.
Yeah, no.
I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
What a cunt. Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering about, like, all the dates of everything that was happening there, because what was this park? Was...
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
So
So
the-
weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem... Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
Just
No wonder she was so handy.
piecing it all together a bit, you know. Here she is in the commune in, is that June? No, I left when I should have. Kira, jotting all the numbers. You're a ledge. I keep right-clicking to instead of left-clicking to turn. I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot. Left-click to turn. So yeah, this is June '92.
Huh. Is that some kind of commune? Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
And then she goes
No
to
wonder she was so
Juneau
handy.
for a few months. But I just want to go back here. When did she...
This just lit up, so I think we're...
So I guess she tried to change majors, but couldn't.
Her parents probably
April,
wanted her to
April,
study
okay.
something more practical.
Marianne Ronan, the very definition of the word practical.
So 84, she presumably drops out of college, of university, goes to this commune, leaves the commune in 92, spends a little bit of time in Juneau, with or without a child, and then moves up here, and then we've got
What's
this.
Hmm. Some sort of map?
Banging pun. Okay, and again, look, we've got the watchmaker, we've got the house, we've got possibly the commune. One day she took a tiara and ran away to the forest. So we got to put these in order.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Maybe we've got to get these in order. I think we probably got the order wrong.
What's that
but
plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
okay,
Hey,
so that's...
that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
So that's the family
That's the
home,
Gold
right?
Lady's castle.
Family home. It goes to Sambury, goes to there, but then goes to the watch.
Some sort of clock. This is the princess's, damn it. Why is nothing happening?
Right. Get in the right order.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
Starts there. She runs away
What's that plant thing on top?
to
Oh,
Sambury.
those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Some sort of clock. This is the princess's. Come on.
Okay. What's it? Place of refuge or rehab? Oh, has it kept?
Some sort of clock. This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Uh-huh. And that's the one because that's Sam
What's in there?
and Carol.
Another letter?
So she ran from home. She went to the commune. She got the job at the watchmaker. She got this place here. And then she was happy with Sam and Carol, assuming. Here we go.
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
Yeah. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in a desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marvelling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake, She would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she'd left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix it and to polish it, it was gone, beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara throughout the day, and throughout the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a one woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure.
Just said that, Ty.
And her title.
Jesus, man.
That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah. She got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
We're looking for things, and it looks like it's O-L-E.
All right, should be easy enough.
That's it, right? We did the first one, that was the O. We did that one, that's an L. That's an E. Have we missed something?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No. You don't want to try and figure out what all this means?
I'm so done with her riddles.
Did we get the L wrong or something? It's that, isn't it? Or is it the other way around? Is there a color scheme here? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yellow is the O. Orange is the E. Red is the L.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
Oh, Shaptai.
Yes.
And it's Leo. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Put the eyepiece on.
A baby blanket? Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Alison
That was
and
her
Ollie.
son.
Dear Alison and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine for you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
God, that's where she buried it, isn't it?
Is
Ah,
that...
shit.
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Crafty goblins go
Now
here.
that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
That's the pious pelican spot.
Now I'm putting all the things down first.
Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
That it?
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Let's find out, shall we? I don't want to go and dig up a dead baby's body. Not unless, like, you know, maybe we can... Let's find out about the crafty goblin's loot, shall we? Which story is that? Not, whoops. Not that one. It's not the one where they're in their voice. So, is there an extra little thing that we can... Goblins in the Ice Cave. No. Ah, here we go. The Princess and the Two Thieves. This is one. Once upon a time, in an ancient deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about it, where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she needed. And for a long time, life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. For a time the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well, spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess, a big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven. She kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried because that cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. Then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour. She followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house, right below her feet. So they didn't steal a jacket. So what were the things mentioned stolen? Boo. Fruits and nuts and eggs. Spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. So, steal a spoon.
What if they took some spoons?
And
maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
And
I'm
eggs.
pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Hey.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
You're the best mom in the world. The prettiest princess. That from The Princess Makes New Friends. Eggs. We've got other little weird
Crafty
things.
goblins' good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Time to read another story. Is this it? The pelican forgives the goblins? This one's weird. It's got stuff stuck on it. But let's have a look. Whoops. Read. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able, but it was never quite enough. This left the goblins hungry, very hungry, always hungry. One day, as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink shelled scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. "Do you think she would mind if we took just a little?" asked one goblin to the other. "Her beak never empties. She won't possibly miss a couple of crabs," said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filched some crabs, and ran. The goblins scarfed the crabs, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. "She won't miss a handful of shrimp," said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the shrimp, but when they finished, they found that they were still hungry. "Maybe also a few scallops," said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the scallops, but when they were finished, they found they were still hungry, so they went back for clams, and then urchins, and finally even the sea cucumber. Finally, they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then, the pelican woke up. "What happened to my food?" she asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird. She could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. "Goblins," said the pious pelican, "I will share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid." "But we have nothing to give," said the goblins. "You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving heart," said the pelican. Crafty goblins realized how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day they looked for ways to help the other creatures of the forest. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Next they helped the old bear, who could not get the honey out of a narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of the tree with the hive and then dropped it, cracking it open. Finally, they found the princess crying over a loss she would not speak about, so they wrapped their arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better. When they were done, they returned to the pious pelican. "Did it feel good being as generous as I am?" asked the pelican. "It did," said the goblins. "I'm glad," said the pelican. "We all have problems that we can't solve on our own, but if everyone goes about with generosity in their hearts, then there's always someone on hand to help. But we all must commit to do so, or there may be no one there to help you when you need it." This made sense to the goblins, and they thanked the pious pelican for her food and the lesson. Of course, by this time, they were hungry again, and that remained an ongoing problem until the day the stalwart moose taught them to fish. But that's another story. That's how the pious pelican forgave the crafty goblins and how she taught them charity. Okay, so we can drop the beehive. We can remove the thorn. No. Well, we can drop the beehive. That's something that happened.
Broke open the beehive for the bear.
No, we hugged the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
Scratch the
stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
Well, if Tessa wasn't such a bitch. The The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialise in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalised apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and crafts scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handicraft products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Marianne Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2 we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of the business plan. What do you think, Tessa? So then we're going to start a business together, eh? Alright, what's this one? The Old Bear's Gifts.
The Old Bear's Gifts for the Princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
Stories. The Old Bear's Gift to the Princess, huh? Probably this one? Or The Bear and the Princess. Maybe even this one, because it's got the same bit of art. That'll probably be it. Once upon a time, in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating the salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree, while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. Old Bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," said the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Oh, thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk with you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest, back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear, a fresh-caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path out of the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den and catch fish for her and protect her from wolves. She in turn would brush out his fur and pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back he couldn't reach, and with how he took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You're a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You're a bear. I'm a princess. It would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we still be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends," said the princess, "but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that, and then finally the princess said, "Old bear, You are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you. That's how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they're all I need." That wounded the old bear deeply, but it's finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells, but the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he might have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear, and how she refused him. AKA Bear the Incel, huh? So,
Fresh caught salmon?
fresh cut salmon.
Some roses, maybe?
No, not roses.
Wait. A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yeah, those.
Some honey?
Not the honey. No, we won't.
Maybe not.
Where are the berries?
A handful of ripe berries?
There we go.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head. But I want you to know I got the message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now. There doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam. So he did fancy her then, and was absolutely rubbish at expressing it properly. And finally, in storytelling and secrets.
Very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Well, we read the book, didn't we? It's this one. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house, shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first 2 things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, for though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess, "but if you want help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up onto his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was, then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bent in the other direction. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She thought then the very old beaver, who kept an excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver, found the industrious animal hard at work slapping down mud on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It will be an easy fix," she said, and she set about righting the post with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. "The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls and even bent this post. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home." "Think nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to work on her own den once again. That winter the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her den, nor to gather food. When the princess found out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stews of corns and beans and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favourite aspen. One day the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near to the ground. Thanks to you I still have a home, and I'm happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered within the underbrush. "Oh," said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. "Goodbye, my friend." And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house, and how the wise princess repaid her kindness. So we fixed the shingles on the roof,
She fixed the roof shingles.
fixed the planks on
She
the
fixed
wall,
the planks that were blown off the walls.
and straightened
She
the...
slapped the post with her. All right.
And a final letter.
That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. Can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go. And that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favour. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. He'll be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe you could teach the kids how to fish? He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Wow. So is that all the secrets? But as much as the secrets, that's my mother. She can go to voicemail.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
I think that's everything though, right?
I wish she just explained all this to us.
Like, obviously we haven't managed to collect all the pieces to put into the sets here. Otherwise we'd have it, and I think we've done all the... I think we've done everything we can.
You really want to go? You sure we've
Time
seen
to leave.
everything?
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too. What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Okay, we're doing this, huh? Oh, it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot to remember. Oh, sneaky camera angles.
Almost. Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
What?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Was
must have.
Tom.
That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
The rotter, yeah. It's like we threw his name out and we thought it was kind of likely, but it's still a little bit of a shock.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Pissed off looking kids right there. Yeah, what go wrong, huh?
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
You ain't denying it.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
Fuck it. Let's go straight for that.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment. But she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Hey. You hearing me?
Yep. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him
Oh,
in the
punch
face.
him, Tyler.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Allie. I'd rather not think about it.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face.
Yeah.
I had to do something.
You had to protect yourself more than anyone else, huh?
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
Yep.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made. One way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This would kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
Pray or abandon. Pray or abandon. Abandon.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up.
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne.
Oh, fuck it hell. Punch him.
That night I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Yeah, you sound fucking worried.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Manhunter. I'm not gonna hurt you.
That's it, run away, pretend you were never there. Fucking coward shithouse that you are.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say? And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Really? No.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
We read the autopsy report. She's drowned.
Allie, you
Stab
okay?
wounds.
You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible.
Memories are shit, mate. Memories are shit.
Fuck. I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, That's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you.
Oh, here
No
we
more
go.
running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Are we going to actually get the choice, or is it going to be based on everything we've done so far?
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Believe Tom's version.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm going to kill you.
Ah, this is therapy 101, probably. So, everything that's happened, everything we've discovered, Marianne just out flipping. I'm gonna go with Tom's version. I'm gonna choose Tom's version. I think everything's been a massive fuck up, and he did not help. That's absolutely his fault. Fuck that guy.
Not gonna hurt you.
Oh, please. No, don't do this.
Allison, this isn't what.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Everything got all fucked up, and I blame Tessa and Tom. Particularly Tom. Just because someone spent time in a hippie commune doesn't mean you forget to put a fucking condom on.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
I hope whatever the endings are, the alternate endings, that they're all at least as strong, that they remain brother and sister. Oh, hello. Epilogue. Someone's had an easier to render haircut. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it?
One last look. I'm good to go. Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
Oh, fuck
What?
that shit.
Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
Oh.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ha!
Ah, yes, I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, think I should swing by the store for one final fuck off?
See you never, Vecchies.
That's
How
what I
are
meant
you?
to do. I
Good,
meant to in
actually.
order.
Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Yeah. Surgery as well. Nice.
Last night's dinner wasn't that good, but better than going back to the Vecchies.
One last look through the house, huh?
Turns out you didn't need our help losing the election, Tom.
Moscow sails to victory. Mayor Leslie Scow wins mayoral election. Mayor Leslie Scow declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger Thomas Vecchi. With almost 68% of the vote, Scow's triumph was the widest margin of victory in Delos Crossing history. Her rival Vecchi sparkled much debate in the community over his gun control policies, but Scow's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. Many in the community say her re-election came as no surprise. Vecchi had become a steady voice of change, but since his concession on Friday, the local business owner has retreated from the spotlight, preferring to focus on his general store and the restaurant he operates with his wife, Tessa Vecchi. When asked about the results, Vecchi simply expressed disappointment, but offered no official statement. Oh, no fancy headline. Also, yeah, fuck you, Tom.
I should pick up Allison's stuff on my way out.
From Tessa. Allison, you'll find enclosed in this letter your severance check. I've also packed up the last of the personal items you left for you to pick up at the store. Please coordinate with Michael to see when is the best time for you to come by the store. I wish you the best of luck with your future endeavours. There's got to be like one last puzzle going on, right? So this is the leave ending. The others must be in water, Maria, UFO, and dog. We will talk about this in a bit. Oh, look at this. Ali's been doing roller derby. She's working at the observatory, doing some kayaking and stuff. Everyone's been having good times. Maybe we're all finally well adjusted. Hey goblins, word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I am sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Ever I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe. Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Oh, bless you, Sam.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird. But at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Oh, it's a little lenticular thing. That's cute. You're just going to leave that on the floor as a present for the new people, huh? Do not leave your laptop behind. Jesus Christ, Ty. Chattington app. Between Michael and Tyler. Must be really fun to be done with that place. No doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Haha, traffic in Delos. Only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. Probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die. I'll keep it warm. See you in a few. Ow. 7 unread messages. Yeah, the only ones that matter are the ones between he and Michael. You got some big pockets there, son. Oh, the whole... Delos Crossing most wanted escapes. Fuzzy Bandit puts mail in peril once again. At least the mailbox bandit got sorted, because they didn't sort out the ass crack bandit, did they? Have a good lean.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
Wonder if how you play determines what's left in the house. That is also interesting.
Goodbye, broom. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon. For posterity.
Do not go into songwriting or poetry, Ty. You're not that good at it. Stick to being a ranger, mate. Goblins. No murderers in the bathroom. Nope. Be quite funny, like you leave that there. And then maybe, like, you know, someone moves in with kids and they decide to compare the kids to, like, oh, there's some kids used to live here. A and O. Let's see how you compare to them. Get Juneau University. Apply now. It's not a race. Alright, well, I guess that's... leave the house for good, huh?
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess. Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fire Elite, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog. And my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Twins for life. Alright. We still need to get the X% of people did whatever bit, which I assume is coming next there. But I'm glad we got to an ending where both seem to have been, you know, vaguely sorted. I'm not sure you're ever going to be properly sorted with stuff like this, but I've got good therapists. I've got a good buddy in Michael. I got some sort of truth. How are you guys feeling? There's a lot there, a lot of big moods. Yeah, family violence and emotional trauma, damn right. You're feeling good? You're feeling alright? Oh, big hearts there from Ray. Big trans hearts. But yeah, I think the ending, yeah, it was sweet. And I think that last choice there, which one to believe, a lot of feelings after a long few weeks, yeah. But yeah, the choice to believe that, you know, memories are weird. Memories are shit, basically. We think memories are like video recordings, but they're not. You kind of you replay the same things. Like the parts of your brain that light up when you do something for the first time are the same parts of the brain that light up when you have the memory of the thing. You know, essentially each time you have a memory, it's as if you do it for the first time. And so it's really easy to have memories be manipulated, essentially, and have tales be told differently each time and keep believing the changes on that. Like, you know, and external influences can change it as well. Your memory of your 6th birthday party might actually be more your mother's memory of your 6th birthday party, that because she's told the tale so many times that you start to believe it. You know, a lot of the satanic panic and what happened in the late 80s was based along a lot of that. You know, that you know, people went to prison based on, you know, people persuading children that their memories were what they wanted them to be and not necessarily what the kids' memories were. So memory is strange and weird, and, you know, we don't always see things properly and comprehend things properly. So, you know, in the heat of the moment, in a wild thing where you've seen this ghost figure, yeah, I mean, if it's intentional, there's definitely gaslighting. If someone is causing you to question your memories on purpose, then it's gaslighting. But just sometimes it's, you know, it's just a case that you mix things up, you know, and you just don't remember things clearly, so you fill in gaps, and maybe you pull them from other sources. Maybe you pull them from television, maybe you pull them from other people's memories of similar things. But yeah, like that one thing in the heat of the moment of something like really emotional, you know, there you are, you're coming out as trans to your mum, or you think you're coming out because, you know, it looked like she actually, you know, she knew. She was seeing the signs as well and would seem to be receptive towards it. But you're coming out and you do that drastic thing of sort of like that first serious haircut, while she's in a state that you didn't know about, and then there's guns involved. There's some asshole who turns out to be your dad, who's also this mythical figure, and everyone's just gone wild, and nobody's thinking straight enough to really be properly present in the moment. And then shit, you know, you're serving 8 years in juvie, covering for your sister for something that was all just a massive misunderstanding. But that guy, Tom fucking Vecchi, fucking shithouse and ran away when he could have done something. Could have dove in the water, could have stood up for the kids, could have stepped into that shed and talked to her and stuff. It's absolute fucking shit. Him and Tessa, absolute fucking shits. So yeah, so that's why I chose that ending, because we choose that. I didn't feel like everything that we had there led us to an ending where Marianne was going to kill her son. Like everything was kind of showing that Marianne was trying to work it out. You know, okay, maybe she took the flyer off Tessa. Maybe she did sort of like go down and question, like, but you're my daughter, not my son type stuff, and, have that conflict in herself, but not to the degree, I don't think she was strictly there to the degree of, like, you can't be trans, I'm going to kill you first. But for everything else, for the shit that she put up with from Tom, from the shit that she put up with her parents and her family, and presumably as well, the commune, if she left the commune in 92 and was pregnant, was she, like, secretly, was that something where there was, like, someone high up in the commune who got her pregnant, but also didn't want this sort of like shame or complications or whatever, and managed to gaslight her out, or or persuade people to persuade her to leave or something. It does seem that Marianne took a lot of battering mentally from a lot of places. But thankfully, the goblins came out okay the other end. But now I want to find out our percentages. Alison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 84% completed the puzzle. Good. Glad they did. Alison was influenced by Tom's testimony. 63% people believed Tom's testimony. 37% believed in the twins' memory. Yeah. I suspect that a chunk of them might be people who've done replays. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Nice. 95% held on to their voice. 5% let go. Wow. Eddie remained in the dark about Alison's responsibility. A lot of people confessed the truth. We did not. I forgot about that. Sam felt understood by Alison. 70% listened to Sam. 30% confronted him. 70% of people kissed Michael. You 30%, go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. You should have... Look at him. Good looking fella. Switch to community. Switch to friends. Do I have friends? Oh, hang on. Is this Is this me and Hawk? Yeah, just trying to get all the endings. Maybe. I think yes. Switch community is like the wider, like everyone in the world. I think Switch to friends must be Switch Steam friends, and basically I think this is me and Hawk, and looks like Hawk confessed, and I did not. And of course we kissed Michael. All right. Amazing. Hey, look at that as well. Folks, there's some American and international numbers if you need some stuff. Hopefully that'll stay on screen for a little bit there. Okay, there it's gone. We can get it back if anyone needs it. Because yeah, I mean there's some talk in there, wasn't there? But Hugs are running around chat. You know what? You can get Nightbug to give you a hug. Let's get some hugs out there. Wow. That was a game, folks. That was a game. Yeah, let's if I get some cats, I would. But yeah, wow. That was really good. A really good sort of like strong story, but yeah. Some big oof feels there. So we're gonna do something lighter. Next time, which will be next week, because I'm not about tomorrow. I'm going to see my mum and my dad tomorrow. So yeah, and I was having a look through the collection. I was like, what looks wholesome, what looks light and wholesome, and we've got this one here called Half Past Fate, which PC Gamer reviewed, or a quote. There's a quote list from PC Gamer. Half Past Fate is a heartwarming rom-com adventure. This is the kind of wholesomeness I need in my life right now. Yeah, it's very pixel art type thing. Hang on, they've got here some bullet points about the game. An inspiring and heartwarming slice of life story set in the present day. Jump through time, witness how 6 people come together over a span of 8 years. Eat spicy ramen. Immerse in our familiar world through charming 3D pixel art visuals. Learn what's different between black tea and green tea. Change a flat tire. Relish in relatable stories about life, love, and the fate that brings us together. Ray has got the Samaritans number. Nice one, Ray. 116123. And yeah, there's a Discord where we're about to chat, and also, you know, if there are also sort of other Discords of good friends in the LGBTQ community who sort of gather together, stuff like that. Maybe the Nest, Hawks Discord, or Gender Meowsters, Cloud of Meowsters, where you'll find a lot of LGBTQ plus folks who can have like a good chat and stuff, because I'm not great at the emotion stuff. Mostly shit posting, but you do have, yeah, a lot of people. You'll find Ray and Kira and a few other people hang around in the Clouder, Gender Meowsters mob, and most of us hang around in Hawkwood's stream as well. But yeah, let's go. Let's have a raid. Let's go find someone who's doing something fun. There we go. There's the whole nice one. That one. That's the one. Nice one, Ray. Let's go find some raid. Timbo is a boot and playing Going Under. And it's always a nice time with Timbo, right? Who else is about? Unless we want to join April. April may be dead. He's doing Subnautica. Timbo is on. Yeah, Timbo is on. I know he's... he was saying earlier, he popped in the Hawks earlier. He was feeling kind of ill most of the week, but he is back. So tell you what, we will raid Timbo, the Wizard. Got that right? Yeah, I've got that right. Set that up. Yeah. So no streams tomorrow because I'm going to be in Swansea. Sunday Fun Day though. If anyone wants to do Sunday Fun Day, I think, given that I've got myself a bunch of touchscreen pens, I think that maybe some Gartic phone. That'll be good for shits and giggles. Kathy could be Mega Driving tomorrow. Oh, awesome. Yeah, if definitely folks get following Kathy and for some Mega Drive action, but yeah, Gartic phone on Sunday for some Sunday Fun Day. Sounds like it should be good for a laugh. And then I'll be back on Final Fantasy bullshit from Tuesday. All right, you lot are lovely, and you know it, and I always love sharing some time with you. But now I'm going to drop you into Timbo, and we'll share some time with him instead. Goodbye. Goodbye.